It's good to see you on this Sunday, man. Hey, you know what I'm thinking? I think I want to start like a podcast, you know? I think that's what I want to start like I want like a W3 Develops podcast where we can go live like every like Sunday. Let me turn this down. There we go. I didn't know you went live already. Let's see. So Crummy, I just invited him and I'm gonna check Instagram and I'm actually gonna send him the link in Instagram to this conversation. That's pretty cool. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna share it with W3 Develops too. Yeah. Um. Oh, Mac. By the
So
way, I started a new repo, a more current repo. It's called W3 Repo 1.2. It's my most current repository on GitHub. I started a new repo, a more current repo. It's called W3 Repo 1.2. It's my most
I can
current
check
repository on
my
GitHub.
mic for YouTube. So I can check my mic for YouTube. So more volume.
You guys actually
Hello?
hear me?
Hey, is that Crummy?
More volume.
You guys actually hear me?
Hey, is that Crummy? All right, let's get started. All right, let's get started. I'll put this phone down.
Hello guys. Let's start Sunday meetup. Uh, Today I want to talk about V3 develops code sprint.
All right.
Yep.
Crummy, what's up, bro?
Not much. Not much.
And, what's it called? It's good to have you here, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
It's
Hello Grammy.
Hey,
hello.
Crummy, this is my buddy Mac, man. He's from W3 Develops too. He's been with us like since the beginning. He was here before I was here, basically. It's the man right
Nice. Can you guys hear me?
here. I
Uh,
can hear you fine.
I
Okay.
start translation, so you on online now. Say hello to V3 develops users and peoples who can see this video.
Hello.
So, guys, and welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
So what's code sprint and what's projects for this code sprint on 25 August this weekend. This is 24 hours for collaboration. So about five registered users. If you want to add to this event, you can add to event on Facebook. and you will be part of collaboration and contributor for this project. A couple weeks ago, I start quiz what people want to make on this with develops code sprint. So winner is a big project with a lot of API. I hope you can see it on your screen.
Yeah, I can see it.
So next week we will be doing a big project with a lot of APIs. It should be a front end and a back end part at the same time. So the question about backend part, winner is Node.js and Express framework. I don't know what hosting I choose. Maybe it will be Heroku app or Glitch. These guys, I work with Glitch and I know how to add repository to it, and Heroku app allow to use a lot of languages, databases, so it maybe better choice for project. So for question about frameworks for frontend, for JS and JavaScript, a winner is React, and people want to do it with vanilla CSS, so no Bootstrap, no any framework, only plain CSS. Okay, if people want, I don't. Okay, it's a pencil project. These tools for wireframing projects with web or desktop, mobile application. And today I show a wireframe for next Web3 develops code sprint project. As you can see, it should be a simple header with hamburger menu. If you open menu, you can see dashboard, projects, and API. API is documentation about how to use backend API for your project. I'm not sure this time we can use registration and a session, and I hope it will be a step-by-step improvement projects. So this time we just create something simple and everything and everybody can use it. Next time I hope it will be next time code sprint, and next time I suggest to add uh, registration session and other CRUD operation to project. Next time, this time I hope it will be simple, no database, and I suggest it for 3 sub-projects on this project. It's quote, quiz, and calculator. For quote, you can see dashboard, and I suggest to choose a subproject as slider like this. This slider I make with swiper. So guy who will make this part of project can choose swiper too. On footer, I suggest to do it with gradient.
Okay, that sounds good. I like that idea.
Um,
Are you talking about for the website? Mac?
I can hear you. What is the question?
Are you talking about for the website?
Jonathan, I can't hear you. What is the question?
Are you talking about the for the gradient? When you just said gradient, are you referring to the website?
I can hear you. Can you add volume to your mic?
He says, is a gradient meant for the website?
I can't understand. Can you repeat?
One sec. Can I text them this? Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah, I mean the gradient is for linear gradient for footer.
Okay. Alright, yeah, that sounds good, man. Because I remember you were talking about that last time, so that's a good idea.
Jonathan, can you add volume to your microphone? I can hear you.
One second.
Can you hear me, Mike?
I hear you, Grammy.
Cool. Cool.
So in footer, I suggest add link to Facebook group, GitHub, and maybe for main Web3 develop site.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Yeah, I had to turn on my other phone. My other phone doesn't have a good volume. So let me turn the other phone off actually.
Yo, what is echo?
Hello.
For quote, I suggest plain simple quote, just like on FreeCodeCamp. Some quote and open backend endpoint for quote, and I hope people who mm, can who uh, I hope people can add some quotes to text file, and another people can make tools to convert plain text with separated quote to JavaScript object, and backend can get this object to show a random quote.
Okay.
Max.
Okay, any question about quote?
Yeah. The quote, it could be done through like, I don't know, JavaScript, like API through Google. Like it goes links to Google, and like it can go through like searches and an algorithm to actually find a quote and then link it to a website.
Uh, I can't understand uh, what is your question. How to make a link to API to all?
I mean, like you could uh link a Google search API into the code, and then well, it can like generate itself, like a random generator can generate a quote, as you said, into HTML form like that.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, word! I didn't know that. So, all right. What? So you said you yeah. I think he knows about HTML or the generators. But what kind of generator is that? Like, and what would it be for? Sorry, a little
Uh,
off.
generating like a quote, like it can go
A
through like
quote? What's
search
it for? What?
for like, as Max said, like when you press a button for get quote, and it will generate a quote from a Google search algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the quote for though?
I don't know. It's
What's the point of the generator then? Like to generate a quote?
when you press the get quote button.
A get quote button.
Yeah,
So Google.
on
So why are we generating quotes?
I don't know.
Oh, I guess you know what it is? I think we're talking about projects right now. So we're
Yeah, yeah,
referring to a code sprint project. So that could be a project. That's pretty cool.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Working with APIs, yeah, man. So yeah, Crummy, that's what we're doing here, man. We're setting up like a collaboration style thing where like not only do we would we like have you like users work on projects together, but like they would pick their own projects really, and just in the realm of like, for example, if you know HTML and CSS, right? What you would do is you would work with like three other people that know just HTML and CSS and maybe a little bit of JavaScript, and you guys would just like clone a web page or something like that just to get your portfolio beefed up, show it to employers. Then after that, you'd be able to make your own websites and
Yeah.
you know that kind of thing. But let me ask you this.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Yes, sir. But Mac, I'm gonna ask Crummy a few questions. Crummy, what's your real name? If you don't mind me asking it, do you prefer Crummy?
Yeah, I've calling me Matt. Yeah. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, can I continue?
Yeah. Sorry.
So, question about quote and quote generator. So, if you don't have a question about quotes, next sub-project I suggest will be quiz. And the next part of quiz I suggest it should be a part of previous and if I check web front and web backend, I want to see in what's the language sections: JavaScript, PHP, Ruby, Python, and I can see to C++, C, Swift, or Fortran, and like this for guys who use only for desktop or mobile. And if I check only mobile, I want to see something like Objective-C, Java, Swift, and maybe JavaScript if I use something like React Native. So this section will download automatically when I check these guys, and these sections depends of this section. And for backend it will be something like filter and endpoint like quiz, filter, and get request and request switch area frontend, area web frontend, web backend. Then when I check do you use any framework, I can see section what framework do you use. If I uncheck this guy, this section will disappear, and this section also depends on language section. If I check JavaScript and PHP, I want to see on this section JavaScript and PHP frameworks. If I check only Ruby, I have to see Ruby frameworks like Ruby on Rails, and I think it should be another backend endpoint, or maybe it will be one endpoint, but this endpoint can show a different result, and I want to see it automatically. So when I click on this section show without reload, I hope React allow it. And when I click send result, backend part can get result from post request, and in post request I can see only guys. For example, as I uncheck do you use any framework, backend part can't see my frameworks checks. Any question about this project?
No, dude, that's
yeah.
awesome, man.
Max.
Okay.
I've actually got to go, but it was actually nice meeting you. Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks for being here, bro.
Let's go. Yeah. Bye bye.
I have a next sub-project. So, Jonathan, do you have any question about this?
No, the setup looks great, man. Looks fantastic.
I hope people on Web3 Develops can do it more perfect, and we can do it in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, next sub-project is calculator. And for calculator, I suggest some funny calculator, and how many cup of coffee you need to solve this project and solve any project.
I like that, man. I like that, man. That's cool.
At first, you can input how many cups of coffee you drink when coding per hour. So next time you can choose what's the difficulty of your problem, and looks easy, middle difficulty, hard, looks hard, and looks impossible. If you choose looks easy, so it's maybe more coefficient than easy, and it should be a secret formula for this calculator. For this, okay.
You know, be cool. You know, it'd be cool if like this page right here, if we had our users like clone this page, that would be cool. I think they would get like a lot of good
Oh,
experience.
I forget. I want to calculator should be as model, and I can use this model on front end part. Just add a link to calculator JS, and this module can get object with this results in maybe JSON or JavaScript object, and return result of cups of coffee on integer.
Okay.
So if I use it on front end, I add JS and these JS don't have access to page. So guys who will be do this calculator task should use page handler for any page objects, and use calculator function to get result, and then show this result on page. Backend guy can get JSON like this, and get JSON result or just cups, and how many cups you need to solve development problem. After choose difficulty, our user can add expectation how many hearts you need to solve a problem. As you know, developers lower this your expectations. So if user go drink 3 cups per hour, and input easy problem, and he can solve this problem in 1 hour. So in result should be 6 because this calculator will double expectation. If user thinks this problem in 1 hour, so maybe his was 2 hours. And if a problem about 1 month and more, the formula will be biggest. Maybe it should be p plus 2 weeks. I type formula on project maybe this week and show you before start project, and maybe type formula on repository. So next is switcher. Do you have experience with project like this? If user can't experience, so maybe expectation to solve project problem is will be biggest, and this switcher can add some coefficient 1 or biggest maybe 1.5 or 3, or guy who makes this calculator add your coefficient to experience.
Alright.
And next, what way do you choose to solve this problem? Maybe it use pure language and do it by scratch, or use template for solve problem, use well-known framework, or use new or not well-known framework. If and
Dude,
switcher, do you have experience with this framework?
no, I don't have experience with this framework. But
And
it looks like I could like kind of like deconstruct it though. It looks pretty fun. Like it would be nice to deconstruct and just fiddle around with it if I saw the code. That would be
no, Bootstrap. I see,
Bootstrap.
as you can
Bootstrap.
see, as
That's
as you
Bootstrap.
can see, guys, on our group want to use pure CSS and vanilla CSS, so it will be a good experience for these guys. And guys who want to do it have to figure out this week how to do switcher like this, or maybe checkbox or to radio button or something else.
Mm. Yeah. disconnected for a second.
Okay.
But yeah. What'd you say about radio buttons?
I don't know how to do switcher like this. Maybe it should be one checkbox or two radio buttons and couple of
Yeah, it looks nice. I mean, but yeah, that would probably work too.
I
I mean,
hope
do you
I
like
suggest
through
people who want to do this part of calculator think about how to do switcher like this, or Google it and find on Stack Overflow on CodePen how to make switcher. Any question about calculator?
um so this is gonna be a project, right?
This is a sub-project of Code
Free code
Sprint
camp?
project.
Is this free code camp? Is this a free code camp project?
No, this is V3 develops Code Sprint project.
Oh, sweet, dude. Yeah, I don't want to take any free code camps projects. We gotta redirect them over there. But yeah, all right, yeah, that'd be cool, man.
The V3 develops
Technologies
Code
would you
Sprint
choose?
projects is no analog to FreeCodeCamp. Maybe Quote and Quiz is similar to FreeCodeCamp, but Calculator is own project, own sub-project, and it is no clone. It is a project from scratch, and
What technologies?
I hope with three develops people can do it.
What technologies does it use?
And, maybe React, Node.js, Express, and Pure CSS.
Nice.
And simple JavaScript to calculate cups of coffee.
Cool. Oh, cool. So that's what JavaScript's for, huh? That's what I've been learning. I've been wondering why when I've been learning JavaScript, I've been learning just straight math. I'm like, yo, what is up with all this math, dude? I do not want to become a mathematician. I'll do it, but I don't like. I thought I was just gonna be coding, but if I gotta be a mathematician to code, it's whatever, dude. You feel me? But it's like, what do I need to know is what I need to know. That's
And
why I like free coding. It's cool.
for quote, I suggest something like this. Every time I click to button get quote, I can see louder and background image can
Oh,
download
nice.
another random image from Unsplash on another image project. So anytime I click a button, background image can change and another way. Oh, so I suggest to use Wizard develops HTML boilerplate and Gulp and Ridger to collaborate. Jonathan,
Yes, sir.
do you create V3 develops company on GitHub?
A company?
Company.
I don't actually have a LLC or anything for it. I'm not incorporated.
And can you add empty project on V3 develops, or I create on my repository for this uh, code sprint project and moderate it.
Uh, say the last part again.
Uh, can you repeat?
I didn't hear what you said.
Hello, Jonathan. Can you repeat?
Can you hear me? Hello?
No, no.
Can you hear me?
I see you, but no hear you.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, now I hear you,
Now you
and
hear me?
I hear you. Can you
Nice.
add
Can you?
a project on
What do you want me to
free
do with the project? I'm sorry. What do you want me to do with the project?
empty project on which it develops repository?
What about it? What do you want me to do with it? I don't think I understand.
Uh,
I might not be able to hear you. What about the boilerplate? I see it. I see Max. You shuffle. W3 develops HTML boilerplate.
uh,
What do
I,
you
I,
want me to do with that though?
I want to use this boilerplate to make Express, Node.js, and projects to code sprint, and I need empty projects on my repository or what develops repository.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah, keep. All right. Yeah, nice. So, oh, you want access? You want push access? You want? Yeah. Don't you have access? I'm gonna give you access. You should have access already.
Okay,
Right.
and for this project, I suggest to use Git for Flow. For this reason, we should use master branch to current version of project, and any any can't push to master, only moderator and owner. And we should use develop branch to test, to have current version of project, and
Okay.
any task is future branch, and guys to take task should create a future branch from develop, and when this guy are done task done future, uh, he or she should make a pull request to develop. It's okay.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you understand about Git workflow for this project?
No, I didn't hear you. I disconnected.
Okay, and when you connect, I can repeat about.
I'm connected.
So do
I'm ready.
do I have to repeat my thought about workflow, Git workflow for
Yeah.
project?
Yes, sir.
Workflow based on Git workflow, and it should be simple. At first, master branch, and anybody can push to master. Only owner and moderator can merge develop branch and master branch. Uh, when you start a project can have master and develop branch, uh,
Okay.
like this. Master and develop branch, and when you start, you should to create a future branch for task.
That's better.
Create future branch and commit to this branch and push this branch to a repository. When you done future, you should to get pull request to develop branch, and then if you want to continue and get another task, you should create a new future branch and do something and useful and cool stuff on this branch, and then again push to GitHub, push to repository, and make pull request to develop branch.
Hmm. Yeah.
These
I don't want commands.
these commands to create a new future branch, check out to develop branch, and create future branch. Time by time, moderator and
Send me that link.
admin.
I think I have it, but just in case later.
What's later?
Uh, would you mind like sending me that link, or would you like post it to W3 Develops? Be like, this is a great, um, this is a fantastic resource for Git. Something like that. Send it to me. Just send me the link or you post it. Everybody can see it. That would be great. And we could be like, yo, there's no reason why you don't know Git. Get to it.
I hope you practice with Git next week, next weekend,
Like today.
and you should know how to push and pull from. Oh, anytime you have to push to uh, GitHub, you have to make a pull from develop branch and merge your current future branch and current develop branch.
Okay.
So you pull, develop, check out to your future, uh, merge, develop and your future branch. And if you don't have collision, you can pull to, or you can push to future branch and create a pull requests.
Okay.
Pull request is tab pull request on GitHub. Create a new pull request. Change base to develop. And send pull request.
Mm.
When pull request is will be merged to develop, the branch, your future branch and branch on repository will be deleted. You should delete it manually, and if I know right, I can delete it from repository when I apply pull request. I or administrator of repository, and moderator and administrator, repository administrator can delete branch from repository too. For tasks, I don't know, we can use issue on GitHub, projects on GitHub, like short tasks on plan, or use Trello. With Trello we can get task and drop
Why use
into
Trello when we can use GitHub the GitHub notes or whatever it is. No.
I think GitHub project is the same as Trello, and
Yeah. Wiki projects, GitHub projects.
projects on GitHub.
Yeah, instead of Trello. I don't
Uh,
really see the need to go outside.
I never use projects on GitHub, so
I
I have to try it this week, and then I
good thing. That's nice.
maybe it will be projects on GitHub.
Yeah,
If
if you want, try
if
letting me
if
know. Let me
not,
know if I
if
could.
projects on GitHub not useful for me, or
I think that's what I'm gonna change it to. Like, you know how it's like, so we're gonna do it like W3 projects.
mm, I can see you. Do you reconnect? Jonathan, hello. Jonathan asked a question and left video chat. Oh, hello again.
Sorry. No, I said yeah. That's probably what we're gonna. I'm thinking about changing that to like, because it'd be easier to. I think it'd be nicer too. It'd be just. I like the wordplay on that. You know, because on GitHub, what are we doing? We're creating projects. So I think I'm gonna just change it to W3 projects. How do you like that?
I hope GitHub project the same as Trello and Kanban, a basic Kanban, automatic Kanban.
Same
Uh,
thing, right? Sounds.
something, so it will be GitHub, not Trello, GitHub,
Right.
and Trello to show how it works. This column with all tasks, I hope it will be about 100 tasks per whole project, and moderator can add new tasks to this column. This column is about in work.
It's about
Uh,
what? This
uh,
project is about what?
Project in process. In process. If I get these tasks in work, I drop to column in project, and guides to want to collaborate see this task is busy, and he or she can choose another task to solve. For example, if you want to get quota P, you can see some description. If you allow to get in work, you just drop to column in process. When you done this task, you drop to column ready, and maybe it should be another column call applied.
Mm, maybe.
So tasks in process, in progress, ready. So task, it is all task to complete and to what we should do in this project. Menu task, header task, footer task, API for quote and some same things about projects. In progress, the column in if you create a future branch, you should drop a task on in progress, type and create future branch, and do it things for these tasks. When you done tasks and push to GitHub, and then when you create a pull request, you should drop your task on a ready column. When administrator or moderator apply your pull request to develops branch, he drop task on applied. So finally all tasks from this column should be moved step by step to applied column. Any question about projects and how it should works on GitHub?
Um, where are these projects going to be hosted?
On GitHub project.
On the website?
Hosted projects on GitHub projects, and
That's
hosted
cool.
maybe Glitch or Heroku app.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you. It's enough answer to your question, or should I make some another answer? And do you have a question about whole project, about Git, and about workflow?
Um, hmm. I might have to check out that outstation resource right there for sure. Um,
I hope I will be online on Facebook or on Hangouts, Skype, and
Awesome, dude. What's it called? Yeah, man. I want to chop this video up. This is like really good stuff. I want to chop this video up. You know, I kind of want to show him like creating the projects and everything too. Like and doing all that. That'd be pretty neat. Like, gotta upgrade my tech a bit, bro. What's up?
I check questions on chat on YouTube. Any questions? Any questions I see? It's time to end this translation and this video. If you have any question, if you will have any question about the project, you can ask me on W3 Develops group, on W3 Develops chat, or call me on PM on W3 Develops code sprint
Man, hit him up, man. Pro Max, like, share, and subscribe. You already know. Hello?
hello,
Yeah, man. I'm telling people to subscribe.
you
Pro
always
Max.
add question to W3 Develops code sprint event. Call me on Facebook, and I hope this project will be great for you and for W3 Develops group on Facebook. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Jonathan, to conversation, and thank you, Grammy, to conversation on start on this video.
Yeah, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. And hey, there's gonna be a lot more. Just wait. It's coming. It's coming along very nicely, I must say. And thank you, Max, for being there, helping us out through everything, man. You already know. Man, Max, the big dog, man. Like, you always gotta have somebody smarter than you, man. You already know. They know. That's how you always learn. And if you don't know, now you know. But besides that, we're gonna have more videos coming soon. We're gonna chop these up eventually.
About next video, I suggest to make code review after code sprint, and I think it will be first or second September, or 8 or 9 September. Maybe it should be 2nd September on 1 hour UTC. And I hope I and other guys who experience it on technology like React can sound his thoughts about this project and make code review for his expertise.
Okay.
Okay, see you next time and happy coding.
Happy coding, bro. Hey, you have a good one.